Hello everyone and welcome to my review of my Shure GT GM5 gaming PC. Now, I recently sold this unit and it will be gone by tomorrow, and the reason I'm making this video is because I never got to make a full review of this unit. And also, I thought it would be fun to just test it out in game since it's a pretty budget unit. I originally started this at $400 and I ended up just like sourcing parts from an old computer that I had lying around. So that is probably why it was very cheap, because I didn't buy the power supply or the storage or anything like that. But now it costs an equivalent of $700, which is what I sold it for. So anyway, before I get into the rest of the review, I'm going to show you the case that it was originally in, and also refer you guys to the review of this, well actually the main video that I had of this computer, which is on screen right now. Now this is the case that it was originally in. This is my Gigabyte case. It's a pretty old one, but it still works and it actually cools the computer pretty well. As you see, it's got some pretty vintage parts in there. There's two old disk drives, and down there, if you can see it, is an old IDE hard drive. I think that's like 80 gigs worth of storage, and it actually ran at around the same rate as my new hard drive, which is a hybrid Seagate SSHD, I think, hybrid drive. Yeah, so anyway, before I get back into the review, I just want to mention a couple of requests that I have got, and I've been trying to get to this in comments and stuff of my video of my laptop that I got recently. So yeah, there is a review coming for my laptop, the Gigabyte P15 FV2, and oh crap, it's out of focus! So yeah, there is a review coming of my laptop, which I don't have out at the moment, so I'm not going to switch the camera angle to that laptop. But when I do, god damn it, messages! But when I do set it up, I will have a video out for it, which should be out very soon now that I've got my camera cleaned out. And that video should be pretty good. It was very highly requested, and I am hoping to have that out before next week. Actually wait, so maybe early next week, just to be fair on myself and my time constraints. But yeah, back to the review. So the specs for this unit is an AMD FX 4300 quad-core processor clocked at 3.8 GHz, 8GB of DDR3 RAM clocked at 1600 MHz, and a GeForce GTX 750 Ti that supports shadow play. It has also been fitted out with a 1TB hybrid hard drive. So today we're going to test Saints Row 4 on Ultra presets. So in-game on Ultra presets, we managed to get as high as 50 frames per second and as low as 35. But you don't need to game on Ultra settings to have a really good playable experience. On high settings, which is what I tend to prefer with these type of games, which aren't very graphically demanding, I would prefer high settings, and high settings manages to get up to 60 frames. I think it gets 55 at some point, and it doesn't go lower than 40 frames, which is pretty good. Unless there's a giant explosion, I think it would probably go a little bit below 40, but it's not a bad experience for a budget build. Now onto Devil May Cry 4 running with DirectX 10. We only managed to get 720p, which is the highest it'll go, and 59Hz is also the highest it'll go there. But we're kind of maxing everything out except for the anti-aliasing. Now this is the benchmark. We managed to get 60 frames at the start. It does dip a little bit, but not as low as 58. It probably won't go too low in the first scene, but when you go to the next scene, it does tend to drop to around 30 or below that. But so far, from playing the game for about 2 hours, 3 hours at school, it actually ran pretty well, and you won't notice too many frame drops when playing it, unless there's giant explosions and stuff, which I haven't seen any yet, so that's pretty good. Now, I managed to run Skyrim on Ultra at 60 frames per second, but it did drop at certain points, and this is just from walking around. As you can see, it's at 50 to 55, and then at certain points, I think at one point it was at solid 60 for a while, and that was probably because it didn't have to render too much, because some of the designs are a bit similar. Now, I don't know why, I mean, like, when I bring my sword out as well, it doesn't really drop too much. Actually, I don't think it dropped at all. But yeah, this is pretty much just an example. Also, I forgot to mention I'm running a light and textures mod at the same time. One thing I forgot to put in while I was recording audio was the write speed of the hard drive, which I did with DX Story, which had a built-in benchmark. And at the moment, I managed to get a pretty good write speed of around 140, around 125, oh yeah, 125, which was the end result for the folder, which is in my C drive, which is the only hard drive. So, thank you guys for watching my review of my Shure GT gaming PC. Now, as of today, which is the day that I decided to edit this, which would be Sunday, just after Valentine's Day, I have just sold the machine, and the only problem with that is I didn't get the money straight away since PayPal kind of screwed me over. So, I won't be starting on my next gaming build, which would include the Razer Edition H440 by NZXT, which actually, if they didn't demote like $20 off my earnings, I would have probably been able to get that case. I might have to just make another budget build with similar parts but a better CPU, because this one had a bit of bottlenecking going on. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you have any suggestions for my next video, please leave a comment. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps, and it also helps me do videos like this, because then I can build computers or buy new equipment, and it helps me make better video and content for you. I said video. I meant videos. There's not going to be just one. There'll be multiple. See you guys next time.